All right, guys. So we are on our day trading stream today. We're going to try to day trade and see if the market treats us right. We made money the last couple days day trading. SPY down short term, NVIDIA up short term. Let's see what we get. Anything good? Let's get our trade evade stream. So did it redirect? Did it redirect? Okay, good. Yeah. So as long as redirect worked. Let me make sure we are monetized. We are not. We got to monetize this thing. All right, there we go. Took a second. All right, cool. What's up, Maria? Yeah. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. Let's get ready to day trade some. Let's see. I built one with a big... There we go. Let me reshare this to make sure you guys can hear the music. There we go. All right. Core PCE last week. What else do we have? All right, so we got this little pullback here. I'm worried we're going to show choppiness, but I will buy this little dip early this morning. So we're going to add a little bit more. We got 5 contracts here. We got a big enough dip over the last couple minutes. That was a good SPY short. Yeah. Yeah, it would have worked really well, to be honest, in the SPY. Like, we were right at the top. We caught the top of the range, but we just got a little bit faked out. I should probably scale down my size when I'm trading my regular account is what it is. Like, I probably took a little bit too large of size there, where I should have traded smaller and let the range play out. So I think if I'm taking these range-bound trades, one thing I need to do is I need to take small size, kind of like you see me doing now. And if I'm wrong, then it's a small loss like this. Like, I can get out for a pretty small loss. But if I'm right, then, you know, I can give it some time to work for me. And I think that's the key here with this type of stuff is I just got to give it time to work. And it takes time. Like I said, it's not something that I got to get my sizing. I'm not used to just buying the SPY directly, so I just got to get my sizing kinks worked out and I'll be fine. So we're now like 30 bucks, 20 bucks. Gonna give it time to work. Again, the job as always is to build up a cushion and pre-market first. I don't want to add to this anymore. We can just play with it, see if we get a bounce. I don't want to get stuck. It kind of looks like a head and shoulders play though, so. No, so Top Step is a futures funded program, MJM. LiPo is a penny stock, so yeah, you're not going to be able to. So your payout got approved, Yair? Tesla's starting to bounce a little bit. Again, we're basically flat on this trade. I want to give it time, but we're going to see how it goes. There we go. We're back up to basically flat. Yeah, I was trying to tell you, Yair, that everything's fine. Like, it's mostly just, like, bad press from competitors putting out the thing about Apex not doing whatever. Like, they're just trying to scare traders so that you guys try to, like, so that you use other platforms, right? But Apex has always been one of the most legit. Like, they pay out hundreds of millions of dollars, right? So I think you gotta look under it with that lens, you know. Anyways, we're probably gonna get ready to cut this. I'll let it test the support level here, but I want to give it time to maybe bounce. A lot of it's gonna be indicative of what Nvidia is doing, you know. So if Nvidia is starting to flush down, then this is probably gonna flush down too. Yeah, I'm not gonna add any more to this because I can't add any more. I have to just basically let this sit. But I don't think it's breaking down. Like, here's my entry and this is where we are now. So I'm just gonna let it sit. If, you know, this is a big support level that I think we have to watch. I want to see if Nvidia holds, like, Nvidia's testing this 200 EMA right here too. So if Nvidia ends up bouncing, then we're in a little bit better of a spot. But again, a lot of it's going to depend on Nvidia, whether it can bounce here. You have to close, like, they make you close, if you're on one of these prop firms, they make you close it down by a certain period each day. So it's not completely 24/7. You're not going to be able to hold positions overnight, that is. But outside of that, yes. Like, I think it's closed for an hour a day. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's closed for like an hour a day. Yeah, we're right around my risk level here, but we keep bouncing at the bottom, so that's the only thing that keeps me on this trade. All right, so again, we've been in this trade. We're trying to be patient, but again, if we crack under these levels, we're gonna cut it. But as long as we stay above this level here, like, let me draw it, then I'm okay. Like, this level right here is what I'm watching. As long as we stay above that level, then I'm fine. If we break under that level, I'm cutting it. The only problem is that sometimes these levels are so obvious. And look at Nvidia start to go. So there goes Nvidia bouncing right at the 200 EMA like we were watching for. This even drags the market up with us, though. Tesla's doing a very similar thing, bouncing over the 200 EMA. But the SPY is falling. I don't want to get stopped out and faked out here, so I want to let it work a little bit longer. Because I think the market makers understand a lot of people are going to cut it right here. But we're very close to exiting. We're cutting now. I don't even need to see it because Nvidia's testing that 200 EMA fast. So we'll wait. We'll wait for the open. Yeah. Sky is falling. That will be alright. I wonder about, I haven't, let me pull this up. Apple dragging down the SPY. Is Apple pulling back enough? If it does, I'm willing to add more to my Apple position. But my average price in Apple is 168.40s. And so we're up so much in Apple that, like, I don't know. You know, an entry at 220 seems to be a lot. The question is, do you think it's time for Apple to bounce right here? I'm gonna limit my risk and take 2 contracts. Longer term trade though, you know. Yeah, so I'm getting basically right back in the trade I was just in, but I'm taking much smaller size here. I gotta let a long-term range play out first, and so. All right, we're gonna stop horsing around and wait until the opening bell. Maybe we got 15 minutes until the open. AMD, ARM, Amazon. Yeah, so it's more than that. So we got AMD, ARM, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. The Fed meeting on Wednesday. Non-farm payrolls, unemployment on Friday. Non-farm employment change on Wednesday. Meta earnings on Wednesday as well. We have the JOLTS report and CB consumer confidence tomorrow. So yeah, basically every day is packed full outside of today. Today's the most boring day in the market. Like, we don't have anything going on, even though it's Monday. Yeah, today's just down, like boring. We don't have anything. Big retracement though. All right. Nice flash crash destroyed funded. Yeah. What do you define as a flash crash, though? I'm curious. You mean the drop in the S&P that we've had over the last few days? I don't think that's a flash crash. You know, like, so when we look at stuff here, so here's the SPY, right? Again, I think you got to look at the long-term trends here. So if this ended up stopping you out of all your longer-term positions, then you were taking way too big a size to begin with. You know, if you're talking about day trading here, so if we're talking about day trading, we could zoom in a little bit and maybe put like a 90-day chart up or something like that. Like, these drops are inevitable, gonna happen. What flash crash are we talking about, I guess? Oh wait, Sam, you mean ban you for life? You know? Nah, I'm just messing with you. You find it? You sure they're not washed in the laundry room in the basket? If they're not in there, they're probably either in our. If they're not in there, they're either in our bathroom, or in our bedroom closet somewhere. Then they're probably in the laundry room in either one of those baskets, either one of the clean or dirty baskets. They might have been washed already. I would smell it to make sure they're dirty too. They might be clean. Sorry, my wife's washing my jiu-jitsu gi for me, and so she's having trouble finding it. But yeah. Yeah, I would say, again, if you guys remember me leading up to this big pullback, right? What was I very consistent in? People will act like I wasn't like this, but what was I very consistent in saying leading up to this pullback, right? A couple things. The first thing is that I'm not buying anything up here, is what I would tell people. I'm not buying anything up here. The market needs to correct to a certain extent. It's too extended on the upside. These are things that I was like a broken record about. I talked about this every freaking day. Market was simply way too freaking high up where it was. It needed a correction. It needed a pullback. Oh, well, I don't know if you've ever done jujitsu, Jason, but like you need to smell it, you know. I might have already washed the gi though, but yeah. But a gi, like I'm clean. I take a shower every day before and after jujitsu. I wash my gi every single day. Right, that I go to jiu-jitsu, it needs to be clean. That's what Carol's doing for me now. But there's some dudes that show up to jiu-jitsu, and they are just gross, bro. They need to wash their stuff, dude. And you can tell when somebody's gi ain't clean. You just know. And so if I show up, I'm cleaning that thing, man. That thing, got to put that, throw some detergent on that thing, you know. But no, it's anybody that trains knows what I'm talking about because those things reek when you're done. What's up, Tiny? Is AMC going today? What about GameStop? Where's GameStop at? GameStop's still at 24.30s. AMC's earnings are on Friday. I'm still kind of mad about it. So let me get a timer. So we are starting to break down a little bit. NVIDIA bounced it up, so those are the guys you hold a second or two past the tap. Sometimes, maybe. My favorite choke I've been learning lately. I'm a guillotine man, though, myself. Like, I always guillotine people. My favorite choke I've been learning lately is the baseball bat choke. You go like this, and you spin around, and you have a, like it's hard to explain, but you grab inside the gi with one hand, and then outside the gi, and you grab like this, and then you spin, you know, and you hit them with that forearm is what it is. So you grab them like this, and then you hit them with this, and this forearm right here, or no, it might be this forearm. It's called a baseball bat choke. It's been my favorite submission lately. All right, guys. Starting off this week, red. Hey, good luck, Tiny. Yeah, I got my butt kicked a little bit early in pre-market today. So we're going to wait until the opening bell. Let's see if we get some good action today. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. Same early. That is scary. I'd be a ground and pounder after the takedown. Yeah, it's fun. Like my skills in jiu-jitsu, and again, I'm just a spazzy white belt, but my skill is speed and like takedown defense, you know? Like my takedown defense is usually pretty solid. We'll play what's called Shark Tank, which is like we play like Shark Tank, which is that it's kind of hard to explain. So it's basically like a revolving door. So like you spar with somebody. If you beat them sparring, and it's a shorter rounds, right? If you beat them sparring, then you switch to the next person in line. And if you beat them sparring, then you switch to the next person in line, and then whoever beats you gets to be the new king of the hill, kind of. It's kind of like king of the hill in jiu-jitsu. So we do that a lot. In my skill set, if it's takedown Shark Tank, like it's just takedowns, like I can take them down, then I'm usually doing okay unless I'm with a wrestler. But everybody's different, you know. Yeah, well, that's what they're called, Tiny. They're called spazzy white belts for a reason. The reason they call them spazzy white belts is because early on in jiu-jitsu, when you first learn, you're using so much of your strength. Like, if we're doing gi jiu-jitsu and I roll against a purple belt or a brown belt, they're about to beat me, right? It's not even close, unless it's no gi. No gi's different, but the point is, white belts use all of their strength. They panic. They breathe really heavily. They do weird spazzy movements, and so they're always nicknamed spazzy for a reason. It's because they usually, like when they start to get choked or whatever, they spaz out of it a lot. And I'm definitely a spazzy white belt for sure. Any tips for working on BJJ cardio? Also a spazzy white belt. I mean, I'm a spazzy white belt too, bro. I don't have any, you know. All right, so we're down here. We kind of look like a head and shoulders pattern, though, Chad. So I'm waiting to see what we have. We had a big red move. Again, my guess is that we're going to get choppiness today. So my guess is that we're going to get chop. We're going to get sideways, neutral activity. That's my guess here today. We'll see how it goes, but that's my guess, is that we're going to get choppy, neutral activity. Big earnings, big data, big FOMC meetings, JOLTS report, non-farm payrolls, unemployment, all showing up this week. And so leading into that, like today, I think it might be boring. I think it might be sideways. I think we might move in a sideways, although large range. And so what do I mean by that? I think here, if this is the opening bell, I think we might do something either like this. Like, I think that might be kind of what the market looks like after the opening bell. Maybe it doesn't go up. Maybe it goes down. So maybe we go something like this. You know, but the point is, I think we're going to have a rectangular sideways neutral range. Maybe not, though. Anything could freaking happen, especially if big money knows what's going to happen for earnings and they're front loading into this. It's certainly possible. Anything could happen. So just be crazy, or be careful, chat, today. Be careful. Snap the wrist. You know, there's silly martial arts like Aikido that are just total freaking nonsense. They're just total, like Steven Seagal's Aikido. They're just nonsense. They're the pyramid scheme of martial arts, I describe it. But like karate's legit if you do it right. Like Lyoto Machida in MMA was a powerful guy. You know, he would knock people out. Really good counter striker. Karate's legit. Muay Thai's legit. Boxing is one of the best. Best base is probably wrestling and boxing, you know. But there's a lot of nonsense martial arts too. Anyways. All right, so we got this big dip. Nvidia is mostly choppy today too. And again, I think leading into all these big tech earnings, number one, you want to watch Nvidia. Number one, we want to watch Nvidia. Nvidia is going to be a wildly influential stock over the market overall. We'll see what happens. Krav Maga, some of it is good. Most of what's good about Krav is that it implements like a lot of jiu-jitsu and sambo and different martial arts techniques, and it brings them into more self-defense scenarios. You know, so Krav is good, but a lot of it's really like really self-evident things. Like, hey, if you're getting attacked, take your car keys and, you know, like, I don't know. But it's good. It's not going to teach you really how to defend yourself, though, right? It'll teach you some basic things that are pretty obvious things, like use any kind of whatever's around you. But if you want to learn to actually fight, I would do Muay Thai, boxing, and jiu-jitsu, unless you already have wrestling experience, you know. But again, that's just me personally. It's subjective, you know. Tesla over the VWAP, over the 200 EMA. Let's see if it holds. Yeah, for sure, Sam. All right, guys, we got 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Yeah, Muay Thai is great. The difference, like Muay Thai is more of offensive martial art, right? So you see Muay Thai fighters, they're walking forward, doing a lot of steep kicks, and you know the biggest thing that'll take somebody out, like if you're in a street fight, in self-defense, where Muay Thai really shines, in my opinion, is teaching people leg kicks, right? If you kick somebody in the leg, they're not moving forward anymore, right? Like, there's no more discouraging thing than to kick somebody right in the leg, you know? That'll chop them down. They're going to really think twice about continuing that engagement with you if you hit them with a couple good leg kicks. Anyways, Tesla's starting to push up. Tesla's starting to push up. It's at 225s right now. Just broke pre-market highs of the day. Let's see if this drags up the stock market. Again, we've been we lost a little bit of money earlier, so we've been kind of taking it very slow and light right now, leading into the opening bell. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. But Tesla just broke highs. We got to watch NVIDIA as well here. I'm going to put Tesla and maybe NVIDIA up, and then we'll trade the NASDAQ on the right side of the screen already. Okay, let's see if NVIDIA follows it up in sympathy. NVIDIA is very slight. I'm going to put a 1-minute chart up just because it's easier to watch. But NVIDIA's range has dwindled down noticeably leading into the open. We got 1 minute left, chat. 1 minute left. Yeah, Tesla flying up to 225s. I'm in Tesla right now, too. All right, here's the opening bell, guys. We got 45 seconds. Yeah, I'm telling you, leg kicks are one of those things that they're gonna think twice about continuing that altercation if you hit somebody with a couple good leg kicks. And so that's might be all you really need to know, because most people are not gonna know how to defend against it. They're just gonna like keep trying, and then that's gonna get worse for them over time. So that might be one of the best discouraging strikes, is a leg kick, a good solid leg kick that lands. You know, you're not gonna want to move forward. Anyways, here we go. Market open starts in 20 seconds. Hey, thanks, Freddie. All right, here's the opening. Here's the market open, chat. Let's see if we get something good here. All right, Tesla running up a little bit here, guys. Tesla up to 226. Still making these moves. We're watching NVIDIA closely, though, but the NASDAQ is still falling down here. So we're going to let things play out. Look at Tesla run. Tesla at 226s, 227s for Tesla. Right, exactly, man. Like I said, that's one of the most discouraging things, I'm sure. Tesla, guys, 227s, about to hit 230s. Meanwhile, the NASDAQ is breaking down. I'm assuming it's mostly from Apple here. All right, so Apple at 217s. Yeah, Apple rejecting, dragging the market back down. Tesla's still moving up. NVIDIA's still trying, though. But, man. Microsoft falling down a little bit. I'm going to let things play out. We're a minute into the opening bell. Tesla's still rising up to over 227s. Now it's back under it. Apple breaking lows just now, falling down big. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go make sure Carol's got my gi, and it'll let the opening volatility. I don't want to force things too early, so I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So the SPY and the NASDAQ have fallen dramatically. Apple all the way back up. Look at this. All right, we're going to... All right, so we just made about 50 bucks buying that big downwick retracement. Tesla continuing to run all the way up to almost 230s. All right, so we're shorting this. I will add to this one more time. All right, so we try to cover a piece of it. So we're in one contract now. Two contracts now, took half off. There we go. All right, so we're scalping pretty good accuracy so far at the opening bell. We made about 100 bucks. We're at the bottom of the range though, so for a longer term trade, I'm gonna add to this. Two contracts. And I might add another two contracts down here at the bottom. no ads yet. We took half off there, locked it in. All right, so we're attacking this range now that we're at the bottom side. So far so good. We've made most of our money back. We're down 80 bucks right now. We retraced all the way back up. So now we're middle range. I'm not touching it. I'm just going to sit tight and wait. Nvidia's shooting up right now. Look at Nvidia. All right, so US SEC is conducting an active and ongoing investigation into New Scale Power, which is SMR symbol, in a response to an open records request obtained by Hunter Brook Media. McDonald's see a negative Q3 comp trends across all segments, launching Euro 4 Happy Meal in France, holding share in China despite weaker diner sentiment. Man, Nvidia's ripping up right now. Remember, the whole market essentially follows Nvidia too. Big moves for Nvidia, all the way up to 116s. Nvidia up to 116s. And again, if you want to day trade with me, check out Apex. Apex is a funded account program in futures where they give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account first. If you pass the test, they fund you. If you fail the test, you're only down what you pay for the monthly subscription. The base one is only 35 bucks a month if you use my coupon code and link, and they pay out millions, fund thousands of traders. They give you a demo, and if you hit the profit target, the base one, you got to take a 25K demo and make 1,500 in profit without losing 1,500 first and following their rules and conditions. And again, if you can do that, they fund you 25K with a 90% split. If you lose, you're only out about 40 bucks. All right, I'm short right now. We're at too much to the top of the range. If you can do that, you're only out about 40 bucks a month, 35 bucks before tax if you use my coupon code and link. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel, and they pay out millions. They fund thousands of traders every day. They pay out, or they fund thousands of traders a month. They pay out. There we go. So we're out. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals. They paid out over $240 million to their traders. They fund thousands of traders. Great way to learn how to day trade with limited risk. Although, again, they are a sponsor of mine. They pay me money, so I'm biased. But the futures market is what you see me day trading right now. We've made hundreds since the opening bell, or at least a couple hundred, almost 200 at least. We were down 200 basically, and now we're only down 50 bucks. So we made a little bit over 100, that is. And again, it's a great way to learn how to day trade, and if you're good enough to pass it, you can take withdrawals and make money from them. But if you fail, it's not the end of the world. So it's the best of both worlds. Once you're funded, you get a 90% split as well. And again, you can check out the link right here. Use coupon code BT. Again, we're taking that choppy trend range that we've been doing all morning, and it's been working really well so far. It's been choppy, you know. We've been shorting the top, buying the bottom, and that has worked very well for day trading so far. We'll see if it continues. All right, we're back at the middle range again, which is where I don't trust taking any positions here. I want to either be at the top of the range or the bottom of the range. Eventually, the choppy trend's not going to work, but Alright, so we're back towards the top of the range. I should have shorted, but I'm gonna wait. Apple just broke highs. Nvidia's still pulling back some. It's the first time I kind of want to buy. I'm going to try buying. First time I'm going against that choppy range strategy. We just took half off. Because I think Nvidia's going to bounce at this 115 level. It's the only reason we're kind of going against it. We're going to add to this. We got 2 contracts. We took half off again. We only got 1 contract left, so we'll play with it and let this try to work. There we go. So we're out. We basically flat on the day, and we were down hundreds to start the opening bell, chat. So we were down hundreds to start the open. Let's see what this looks like. Nasdaq's pushing up. So again, we've been right about direction. Every trade since the opening bell, we've been correct about the direction of the market. We're shorting the top up here now. Two contracts now, short. Oof. And just got punished on that last one. So again, that's our first trade we've been wrong about since the opening bell. I'm not trusting this. Too much upward momentum right now, so we gotta wait. We will short the top, but we gotta wait until we see signs of exhaustion. Apple just broke highs too. All right, we're breaking highs again. Now we're gonna short, covered half of it. All right, so we're out of that. So we made a little bit back. Apple just broke highs, so everything's starting to move up, including Nvidia, Apple. We bought Google this morning. We're very green in that one too. Market's finally getting pullbacks here. All right, so we're short again. Half off. 2 contracts now. Basically, we're flat here. So we reject. Trying. Took half off. It's taking too long to break here. I think it's too big of a chance that it actually fulfills some of this gap on the upside and goes up. And that's exactly what we're starting to get here. It took too long. Tesla also just broke highs. It's at 230s right now, chat. So Tesla just broke highs. It's at 230s. Yeah, there goes the gap fill on the upside. It's just too much for me to play with. We'll short it up here once it gets to the top, but we gotta let it lose some steam. Tesla's still moving up. All right, so we're short now. Nvidia looks to be coming down some, so we'll let it try. Took half off. Two contracts, one contract again. All right, so we are green on the day now. Very accurate since the opening bell. I don't know whether I want to buy down here or wait. We're gonna buy it. Two contracts. All right, so we're up a little bit. We're trying to build up profits so we can take larger swings. We've been very right about predictions here, though. Like the directions of this, we've been very correct. I was getting ready to buy, but it's too much now. I think this kind of looks weak here, though. I think a lot of stuff's around the volume weighted average price. Microsoft, Apple, both pulling back some. And there goes the drop. There he goes. Two contracts. Should have stayed with my bias here where it looked weak. Should have stayed with my bias. Gave it right back. It's all right. Alright, so we're basically flat. We've been chopping back and forth all day. Back close to the middle range here. I think we're going to come back down. Short. There we go. So we're back green again. Again, I don't know. I've been reading the chart very well. We did come back down. So we came from hundreds down to green on the day somehow. All right. Honestly, I'm probably going to close it down, chat. I just don't see anything else. We might trade a little bit more, but I'm probably just going to shut it down. Again, if you want to trade with Apex with me, funded account program and futures, they give you a demo. They test your skill with the demo. If you don't pass the test, you only lose with the monthly subscription. If you do pass the test, they pay out 90% split on everything afterwards. The base one's 25K. You got to make 1,500 in profit without losing 1,500. If you do, you get 25K in funding. You get real-time data, which is going to cost about the same. This is $35 a month. Real-time data is going to cost about the same. But there's no PDT in futures. You can day trade short, buy market, sell market. If you pass this test, you get 25K in funding with a 90% split. If you make 10K, you get to keep 9K after that. You can also get the 150, 250, and 300K ones. Same price, $35 a month if you use my coupon code and link. They are a sponsor. They pay me money, but they have paid out hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, Yair, one of our members here, Yair, was worried they weren't paying out. He recently got approved, and he kind of changed his tune a little bit because they did approve his payout, his largest payout ever. They have now paid out over $245 million to their traders. A great way to learn how to day trade. Here's the link. I appreciate the love, guys. Y'all be good. We'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. Tomorrow's a big day. Today's slow, so we're shutting it down early. But tomorrow's big. Wednesday's big. Thursday's big. Friday's big. Every day this week is big, except for today, which is slow. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.